Hello, this is Noelle with Noella Designs. Let's talk about t-shirts. We all have way too many. Here's my stack I can't feel good about donating to the thrift store because I know they will still most likely end up in a landfill. Just because something is recyclable doesn't mean it will be recycled. In 2010, the recovery rate for all textiles was only 15%, according to the EPA. Unrecovered textiles amounted for almost 5% of all landfill space in the US. Let's do some upcycling. Extend the life of those t-shirts. Do some creative thinking, hone our sewing skills, have some fun, and breathe life back into your favorite t-shirt. Sewing jersey cotton can be tricky and definitely requires patience. Make sure you're using ballpoint needles that will not break fibers but go around them as they sew. I would highly recommend using a serger or an overlock machine. I picked this one up about 15 years ago and it still works perfectly. An overlock machine sews over the edge of fabric for edging or hemming and gives it a finished look. It will also cut the edge of the cloth as it's fed through. If you look inside all of your current manufactured clothing, you will see that they've been serged, especially jersey cotton clothing. It really sews well over t-shirt fabric without bunching or binding. Always start sewing at the armpit, the backside, or the least visible place on the garment. Take your time, adjust as you go. You definitely don't want to pick out a serged seam if you don't have to. It takes forever, and remember, the machine cuts as it goes. To avoid potential annoying multiple layers, I cut out the old logo on the underside of the shirt. You don't have to do this, it's strictly personal preference. Oh, hold up. There's a logo in the way. I think I'll recut the stripe. When working with sleeves, remember there is definitely a front and the back to the sleeve. The back has a little bit more fabric. Keep track of this as you're cutting and laying it all out. Adjust as you sew. Check and recheck that the fabric isn't folded over or under, and just continually make sure the fabrics are lined up. In hindsight, I should have placed the stripe higher, probably right up in the armpit, to avoid the seam cutting right across the chest. Visually, it's a bit weird and not the most comfortable fit. This blue t-shirt is super comfortable. It fits well. I'm just over the logo, so let's change it up. Don't forget about seam allowances, that extra fabric that needs accounting for when pieces of cloth are sewn together. In this case, I pin the sleeve where it's supposed to meet the shoulder seam. This can help you keep track of where you are and make sure things are lining up as you sew. Generally a good practice. But never sew over pins. This is a very bad practice and can really mess up your sewing machine. You can see me struggle a bit here because I didn't account for the added 1/2 inch fabric in the new robot section and the reduced fabric in the sleeves as I cut off the sleeves and then reattached them. I broke the seam allowance rule. I should have made the robot section a little bit smaller. Thank you for watching. I hope that you found this as inspirational as I did. I have so many more ideas on upcycling t-shirts and this jersey cotton. So stick around, leave a comment below if there's something you'd like to see, and we'll see if we can get working on a part 2. Thanks for watching.